Hello, welcome back to another video. Some epic Rise of Iron music here to begin as we head into this next portion of the Destiny Grimoire Anthology Volume 2. We've reached the point in which we are encountering the SIVA corruption or spread, hence the Rise of Iron music here. Just going to jump right on into it today. Just about exactly a week out from Beyond Light release, pretty much almost exactly on the dot. 10 minutes from now, a week from now will be the time that we're about to play Beyond Light. So exciting times ahead. Anyways, Chapter 7, Adaptation. Let's just reposition myself a little bit here with that. Adaptation. Within each fallen house is a secret collective of tinkerers, bioengineers, and scientists devoted to the evolution of their species. These devout engineers are known as splicers. The splicers' purpose is found in the unraveling of biological and mechanical truths. They tear into systems to reveal their value, either as tools for survival or as advancements worthy of their reverence and deification. I think that's like creating a deity, I guess. Okay. Little show here of the Plague Lands, I believe. Ghost. I thought SIVA was technology, but it's like something alive, growing, out of control. Saladin. These devil splicers are using SIVA, but they cannot control it. They are like children with a new toy. Ghosts. How would the Fallen have learned more about SIVA than the Iron Lords? Or better yet, where did they learn? Sepiks Reborn. You can see Sepiks here. Or sorry, that's actually Axis, but yeah. Frozen on the monitor was an image of Sepiks Prime, the massive prime servitor that had been as god to the House of Devils. Where once its plating was pristine, carefully maintained by the Archon priest and his acolytes, it was now splotched with red growths. The ether power emanations that once glowed strong and pure were obviously corrupted. Guardians had slain this god, and now it was reborn through SIVA. Varix of House Judgment sneered at the abomination. Golden Age project, yes, he clicked, turning to the crow. His field agent was a young, awoken woman. Technology of old Earth, learned from the great machine. The Elixni burbled to himself in mocking laughter and gestured with his lower hands. You do us proud. Go, speak with other crows. Learn more about these devil splicers. She nodded, a small smile on her face, and she left the chamber. Varix allowed himself a moment of silent contemplation, looking at the now closed door to the information suite. As always, it was lit only by the light of the dozen or so monitors in the room. The Fallen interlocked his upper hands. He bowed his head as he allowed himself to really feel the impact of that abomination on the screen. He never would have allowed anyone else to see this, but it hurt. Seeing the horror that was Sepiks made anew. His people had fallen. Varix stared at the image of Sepiks, and as he'd done before, he wondered what would have gone differently had he been there, among his people. Could he have stopped this before it happened? Could he have found them a better way? Must be a better way for Elixni, he clicked quietly. Must be a way to stop the fall. See, Varix is a very caring person. Fallen, he seems more compassionate than your average. It's a picture of some captains, a Vandal, and a few dregs with their servitor. A golden bond, dormant, SIVA, fallen. Long have we wandered in the blind prison of flesh, those old lives now a memory, transposed by another. The gift brings pain, yes, but godhood must come at a price, consume, enhance, replicate. That which we were, we are no more. That which we are is undefined. We make our new selves. We need not machines because we are machines. Consume, enhance, replicate. What is this complexity? Consume, enhance, replicate. The machine of 1,000 parts, fashioned by single mind. From where does such complexity arise? What does the creation of a mind require? In the long march of life's procession, order is created from disorder. The rise of complexity is not promised. Such things are not inevitable, and yet here I stand. Consume, enhance, replicate. Consume, enhance, replicate. Life requires death, requires life, all in an unending circle, the expenditure of countless generations, slouching blindly toward uncertain ends, each step forward a mere accident of chance. But this is different. This strange complexity requires only the will to wield it. Consume, enhance, replicate. Life's procession is written in the corpses of those who came before. But here the great chain breaks. Here we step forward, freed from that which has always bound us. Here we speak as gods. Here we are they who created themselves. We are they who created themselves out of themselves and died in the creation. No longer merely the god in the machine, but the machine in the god. Consume, enhance, replicate. Here we rise, made equal at last to that which we worship. Consume, enhance, replicate. To build a species requires epochs, countless pairings and dyings, countless generations. The simplest creature requires geological spans of time to develop, but not machines. Machines are free from such constraints. It is not life that matters, but the building of complexity. Consume, enhance, replicate. Past is connected to the present by only two things: chain reaction and memory. Consume, enhance, replicate. But is not memory just chain reaction? Consume, enhance, replicate. These memories in my mind are not my own. They belong to a past version of myself, a different being entirely. Consume, enhance, replicate. One who could die. Consume, enhance, replicate. I am that no longer. It rises. I see clearly from its eyes, and breathe with its lungs, and stride with its legs, and kill with its hands, and yet it is not me. Consume, enhance, replicate. I am me, and yet I am it. Consume, enhance, replicate. This is a paradox. Consume, enhance, replicate. My thinking is cleared now in ways it never was before. It is my mind that has changed, and yet it is not my mind, but another consciousness that is different from my own. Consume, enhance, replicate. I feel there is a choice to be made, and yet I have made no choice. Consume, enhance, replicate. The choice was made for me. Consume, enhance, replicate. So I think that's actually a pretty good spot to leave it before I get this to be too long-winded. I just wanted to kind of put out a short and sweet one here as we dive more into the SIVA spread, or whatever that may entail with the fall and discovering SIVA. If you've played Rise of Iron, then I don't need to spoil it for you. You already know. But I appreciate you taking the time to tune in here. If you have, I actually think this reading went not too bad, all things considered. Tried a couple things different. Just woke up and had some coffee. Have had 0 to eat so far. Was hoping that might translate to, because sometimes I eat and then I start to read, and then my stomach's digesting, and it's just not a good time. So it's just some minor hiccups there. But overall, a fun and good quick read. Thanks for stopping by. If you have, please feel free to leave me any feedback below. And as I always say, stay safe.